And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Die Time. And first of all, we got everyone back together. We're doing the whole big thing. Woo! And also, very importantly, we're one subscriber away from 1K, at least as of the moment of this recording, which means just that one little subscriber is going to put us into the actual
subscribed.
Subscribe!
That 1K can be you.
We're at 1,000. We're at 1,000.
We're at 1,000! Woo!
You know.
We get to immortalize this moment! Woo!
Watch, I refresh, and it's like, no, back down to $9.99.
$9.97. Everyone just unsubscribes immediately. Okay.
We should have brought, like, party poppers or something.
So, we should have. I knew that we were going to hit it on the stream. Okay, so, I guess what that means, just in case you guys aren't aware, thank you, whoever was 1K. I cannot see the chat right now. Can I get a screen name for who gave us 1K?
Doesn't show who subscribed in chat, but...
I can check on that.
Yeah.
Well, whoever you are, thank you very much. You just put us into the YouTube partnership program, which means that we actually get to make money from doing this stuff now. So, like, yeah, seriously, I'm, like, now have to run a game while being incredibly excited about this. So thank you so much for that.
He's saying he wasn't excited about this game, by the way.
I was not. No, I definitely didn't spend all day sweaty with my hands. It's going to be a fun time. I digress because now I'm just excited. So, first of all, welcome. We now hit the 1K mark. Big, exciting time. I have a couple updates that we have to do, and Kenny and I will be taking care of that together. So, the first of which is that this show, Die Time, is... Welcome. This is going to be our first campaign. This is going to be a 4-part series, each running close to about 2 to 2.5 hours within that range. We're looking at 4 episodes. We will have a schedule posted on YouTube ahead of time to let you guys know when the rest of those are coming up, but they are, for the most part, going to be in the month of August. The other pieces that are important to this, though, is that if you miss a live stream, there will be an episode posted in about a week or two, and it will be posted both here to the YouTube and to the new Die Time podcast feed, which is all set up and ready to go. So you could just listen in an audio format. We took care of the 1K thing, so I'm now going to throw to my friend Kenny, who has another big announcement.
Hello, everybody. This is my first announcement on a stream like this, so please be patient with me. No bits today. Okay, I'll just go. Okay, so first of all, I want to give an important thank you to a contributor to Die Time. So the character art that you'll be seeing tonight for each of our characters was made by my best friend, TechViolence. You can follow them at twitch.tv/TechViolence. You can also follow them on Instagram, also at TechViolence. That's TechViolence, I think. Thank you. Okay, so I know how to spell. So thank you so much, Tech. Thank you so much, Tech. Your art has definitely elevated our content, and thank you so much. We look forward to continue working with you. And with that out of the way, an exciting announcement. I was going to say we have 2 subscribers left, but that's taken care of. But another exciting thing is that we are about to launch our community Discord. So that means for our Scope channel, there will be a place for everyone to hang and just chat with us directly, talk about our interests in horror, Call of Cthulhu, or
the anti-Semitism of Attack on Titan.
Yes,
or Attack on Titan,
or the anti-Semitism in Attack on Titan.
Yes, we're the anti-Semitism people.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not responsible for that side.
Anti-Semitism, just to
be clear.
Want to clear that up?
Let's make that very clear.
Yes.
Scope does not stand for anti-Semitism.
No, just take a clip of Kenny going, "We're the anti-Semitism people."
Yes.
Thank you for 1K subscribers.
Yes, you're welcome. So that will be launching tomorrow, and along with that will be an exciting addition is our Patreon, and I'll be throwing to my friend Ben to talk more about that.
Oh, yes, indeed. So, big update here. In addition, we weren't expecting all three of these things to happen simultaneously, but here we are having all three things happen simultaneously. So, we are going to, as of tomorrow, we'll keep an eye out, we are going to have a Patreon. You can keep tabs on us both on the YouTube community page as for that's launch, as well as our various social media, which you currently will be able to find in the actual channel description. So follow on Instagram, that post will be up, and the Patreon is really going to allow us to do a lot more, but it's going to essentially ensure that anyone that is subscribed will have ad-free versions of our content going forward. And we will be working on getting an ad-free backlog up of everything else, but that's going to be a much heftier project as we have something like 200 to 300 videos to deal with. So that will take a moment to get done. But you'll have ad-free versions of everything, even at the lowest tier, which we are calling Cultist. And then if you are at the Deep One or Child of Dark tier, then you will get access to exclusive content. Starting out with this is actually going to be a prequel series, a prequel one-shot featuring both Jose and Alex and the meeting of their characters before the beginning of this stream. So keep an eye out for that. That is going to be called Night Detention. It's spooky, good horror, and we'll give you a little bit of extra context to two of the very good and incredible cast members we have here and their characters.
You just spoke too highly about that last part, just saying. For my sakes.
You did, Jose, you were good.
I was not.
You were very good.
Okay, sure.
Well, I think you were.
Jose was very good. He was very unlucky.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah, you know what? Dice rolls are a different thing.
I'll accept that.
Yeah, dice
As
rolls
an
are
improviser, excellent.
Wait, guys, we got a puppy feature.
We got a what feature? Oh. We do have a puppy. Thank you for the puppy in the stream bit.
He thought
Camera shy.
he's gonna start barking. He's like, "Who's there?"
The last pieces that I need to get out of the way is when this launches, we will also have a community post going up that will be explaining the future of all of our content, the status of content that is beloved by many of our current channel members, including the return of the movie and the return of the show, the status of content that's going to be coming up like Die Time, and one project that I cannot announce yet, but we should be able to tell you more about it later. And one last thing that I got to do, I got to give a shout out to the man behind the board tonight, Abraham Bogali. You don't have a camera to do yourself, but there we go. There's his thumb. So he is our stream tech for tonight. We are very happy to have him with us.
Unsung hero.
And yeah, he's going to be front loading all the tech stuff. So that
Love you, Abe. You're doing great.
Yeah, it's good stuff. He is also the voice of God in your headphones.
Live from Philadelphia, it's Die Time!
And with
That
that,
should have been the cut.
it's Die Time. Thunder streaks across a storm-filled sky. Waters rage below a ship that is trying its best to stay a sail. It's a small fishing vessel getting battered in a storm, waves almost 20, 30 feet high, and a small group of people are doing their best to keep it together. A man, gruff, a woman also rather muscular, and a child. Matt, would you please describe your character as they are trying their best to keep this ship afloat?
I am Clyde Baker. I'm, as is my recollection of this, I'm about 8 years old. I'm rather on the thin side. I'm relatively small. I haven't hit my growth spurt yet, and I have palish reddish hair, deep dark eyes. I don't know what's happening right now, and my mom and dad and I are the only 3 people on this boat, and we're the only ones in this family so far. We run this boat multiple times a year, every fishing season, and we decided that we're gonna be going out for a little bit longer this time because the haul wasn't as good this time. And then we got caught in this storm, and I'm really scared, and I don't know what to do. I've never been at sea this long. I've never been at sea this rough.
Clyde, as you are trying your best to make it through this, your father, William, a man covered in slight pieces of tattoos and fishing work, turns to you. Son, I need you to hold the rope. I need to get us going. I need to get back. We're almost there. We're almost there, son. Clyde.
Okay, please. How long do I have to hold this for?
Just a little bit. It's there on the horizon. He's pointing out towards deep into the night. I need you to make a spot hidden check.
Rolled a 5, extreme success.
Extreme success. Out in the distance, you see what appears to be not land like you were hoping, but there's another ship. It's large. It's covered in sails. There must be at least 2 massive masts. It looks like it could be a galley. But what sticks out about it the most is the fact that it is alabaster white. Something that you've never seen before. As the ship begins to churn over, I need you to make your choice, either strength check or sailing check.
Would that be navigation?
I believe you have a pilot skill for sailing. Am I not correct?
Oh yeah. I see that. All right, I'm gonna roll for strength.
Sometimes that is the wise choice.
And I still failed. Actually, can I use 2 luck to succeed?
You may.
All right, I'm gonna use 2 luck to succeed. All right, normal success.
As a note for those at home, Call of Cthulhu is a game in which luck is very important. In this instance, in Pulp Cthulhu, it can mean the difference between staying alive and not. If your luck ever drops below 30, then you can be killed. However, if it is above 30, you may spend all of your luck to prevent certain death. Clyde, as you pull, you just manage to keep your grip on the rope, but it pulls you up and the sail collapses down. You are now just dangling from the rope at the top of this mast. And as you look down, It's moving too much. The water, the waves, the ship is just churning and churning. As you look, water begins to overtake your boat, the Queen of Dreams.
Mom? Dad? Help!
You look around.
Help.
They're nowhere there. They're nowhere to be seen. You are alone. And as you look up, you see as the boat now that was ever so far in the distance is now so close. As you look up, you hear your mother's voice. Find them.
And who?
Find them and find us. Your father's
Who's
voice
them?
mixes
Where
in.
are you?
You must come. We will be waiting. Upon the alabaster white ship in front of you, you see 3 figures, all of whom are young, all of whom small, all of whom, like you, children. And in that moment, you shoot awake, covered in sweat, and you look around and you see you're in bed. You're in your dorm, if that is the word to be called it, if not a prison. Trumpets can be heard on the loudspeakers outside. It's morning time. Would you please now describe your character as they are now?
I'm 15 years old. I'm significantly taller at this point, but I'm still not enormous. I'm still a little on the thinner side. I'm just at that age where I'm starting to physically fill out a little bit, especially after being at years and years of sea. My hair is a little bit longer, not unlike the length you currently see in the stream, although it's still straight and still a pale reddish color.
As you sit up, you look over and you see the one belonging that you've been allowed to keep with you. There's a small compass on your bedside, and you hear what sounds like running through the halls, and at one point, your door immediately swings open. You're met by a familiar face, one of a young girl that you know as Kate. She has dark brunette hair that is tied back in a ponytail. As she swings open, she looks at you. It's morning. New kids are here. New kids are here right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll be right down there.
We gotta go. The sergeant's gonna kick our ass. We're fucking.
Okay. I'll be right there.
All right. You watch as she just bolts away and it gets around. And as you are putting on your clothes and getting ready to go down, we're going to go somewhere else. We're going to go to where the new kids are arriving from. The road is rough and you cannot see anything from the bed of this prisoner's coach that you've all found yourself in. You just know that it's been a while. You were all previously in a military base together. And now you're being transported somewhere new. The only thing that you do know is that the cuffs around your wrist ache as you look down. And that you are undeniably hungry and thirsty. A little girl that is with you all, around 10, turns to her older brother. We're gonna be okay, right? Alex, I would like you to describe your character.
I'm Jonah Mills. I'm 15. I'd say I'm stocky. No, I'm not huge. I'm no weakling either. Some would say how I look is based off of Emery Cohen from that movie Brooklyn with Saoirse Ronan. But some people say that. And I'm going to tell my little sister, yeah, we're going to be fine.
Little sister Saxa looks up to you. Her little blonde hair that's currently being kept back in just a small ponytail. You're both cleaner than you were previously.
Mm-hmm.
You've been given fresher clothes than what you had on your previous adventure. And you are all no longer dinged up. Anyone that has lost hit points should be at full at this point. But as you are all moving, you feel as it shakes and Saxa falls off of you for a moment, her chains tugging at you as you are chained together. And she falls right to the feet of you. Jose, would you describe your character?
Okay, I am Desmond Levine. A kind of well tidied up young kid around I don't know, 13ish, right?
I believe 13.
13. So he seems like the type to very much stay to himself, not to really not the really exploring type, but more like just wants to try to get an understanding of the world and such. Just like he jumps a little bit as she falls close to him. And
finally, in the car, we have one face that is new to all of you who has so far been silent. Kenny, would you describe your character for us?
Sure, I guess. Sorry, I'm being a little. I've been being a little shit to Ben all day.
This man is usually quite the shit to me.
My name's Adrian Atwood. I'm 16. Definitely one of the older kids in this car, probably chained up. I'm pale in skin, very lanky, and similar to how the art is drawn beside me. He is what I would describe as a grease ball. His hair is split down the middle, very furled, very messy, and he is East Asian.
As the car rattles forward, I would like everyone here to make a listen check. And if you have rolled, I would need to know what your level of success was.
Doesn't
Failure.
Roll just keeps logging me out.
Oh no!
Every time I go in, it just logs me out.
It's not just you; it's also on my end.
Okay, so we're having general roll 20 problems. Roll and let me know what the what you get.
76.
76. You have a listen of 70, I believe,
Christ.
but I will double check. We do love technical issues. Yes, and
I just passed.
you just passed.
I just passed. My listen is a 20. I rolled a 20.
Okay, well, Jose, I'm not going to recommend you spend the luck on it, because
I agree.
luck is very useful. Actually, no, you succeeded. You have a score of
did?
79, my friend.
70. Okay.
Yeah, you have a monstrous listen score. In that moment, the two of you clock this. There is the faint sound of trumpets up ahead, and you also hear, as the car stops and someone in the front is having a minor conversation, and you hear what sounds like a mechanical whirring noise once. And then the car moves forward in motion again, and you hear that same mechanical whirring noise again. some brief conversation. And then the car truly stops. You both clock that whoever, not both, everyone notices the change in motion. And you can also, more importantly, you can both hear as someone is now coming to the back to open this hatch and let you out of this prisoner cabin. Question for you. Where is your book currently being kept?
I'm assuming I have like a bit of a longer coat considering the travel and stuff. So I would say I just tucked in like well in back, like right behind.
Beautiful. Okay. As this is happening, you all hear as the trumpets begin to grow louder. There's a churning of the door, and you watch as it swings open. Another man now standing in front of you, one that all of you recognize, this sort of... he looks like he could be a doctor with the white lab coat that he is currently wearing. But he seems off in his own way. Looks at all of you. All right. Out. Motions for you all to climb out obediently. Do you all do?
Yes, but in the most shitty way possible.
The shittiest way possible?
Yeah, if I'm like in front.
I would say you're in front.
If I'm at the door, I'm just gonna like take my time.
Okay, there is a very slow process as far as getting this in. And hopefully my music cue is suddenly working. Have we lost any internet connection? Oh, yep. That will probably do it. So, as you step out, there's an immediate notice. And you look ahead. You're in some sort of courtyard. To your left, there is a rather square-ish building that seems out of place. You haven't seen a building that looks like this. It's made almost entirely out of concrete, which is a relatively new usage at this time. For context, it is 1918. On your left, there was another concrete wall. This one probably about 30 feet high, and wrapped around its top, you notice a ton of barbed wire. But the other thing that strikes you is that up ahead of you, you see what appear to be about a half dozen other children that are standing at attention, and one character who is standing in front of all of them and now somewhat marching towards all of you. I want you to make a spot hidden check, Kenny.
Okay. Who's Kenny? I'm Adrian.
Adrian, excuse me. We're learning the new names.
It's gonna be fun to just...
For context, his character sheet is on the Steam Tech. He is not playing video games.
Well, it's not in frame right now, but thanks for calling me out. Listen, you said, or...
Yes,
spot
hidden check.
Spot hidden. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a laptop. I'm using a Steam Deck, because... honestly, fine. Where is it?
It would be under S.
Okay, yeah, that's a fail.
He's
It's a
really
fail?
just trying to beat Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, that's actually, he's playing Tears of the Kingdom in the background, yes.
That man is playing Galaga.
In this moment, failure.
Yeah, failure.
You don't notice it. However, Clyde, you do. Clyde, as you were currently stood at attention, one of your least favorite teachers, if that is the right word, Sergeant Reginald Darwick, is standing in front of you. You have all been whipped into an immediate attention stance as you wait for this truck to be unloaded. And you look out ahead as you see a face familiar to you just trudging along and somewhat refusing, but only lightly so, to get out of this prisoner's coach. How much sweet time do you take?
Okay, what is the doctor telling us to do specifically?
He's just holding his hand out, expecting you guys to go. But this other man is kind of walking towards you at an intense march. Go ahead and make a psychology check for me.
Okay. Psychology starts with a P. There we go.
Yep.
No.
Okay. How are you? How are you still being combative about getting out?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm sitting there like, if he's not saying anything.
Yeah, he's not saying
Adrian
anything.
is just like, what?
He's not saying anything, but this other man marching up to you. You watch. He has what seems to be a very military uniform with several badges strung across the side. He goes up to you and he grabs the chain around your wrist and pulls, and all of you feel as you are being lurched forward in that moment. I need a strength check from you. Okay.
I'm bringing everyone down with me. Sorry. Okay. Oh shit. Hard.
Okay, so you
that's
don't all get pulled down face down, but you are pulled out and find yourself marching and walking down, but you did not face plant. Mm-hmm. And immediately he just starts yelling into you. I have never seen a child this disobedient right out of the gate.
I stifle in a laugh.
He holds up his hand and slaps you across the face.
Ooh, okay.
You can make a dodge check if you want.
I'm gonna yeah.
Fight back will be difficult.
Yeah,
and
I'm
probably
in manacles.
I'd imagine probably not the best move.
I may be an idiot, but I'm not stupid. And that's dodge, you said?
Yes.
That's gonna be a hard.
Hard. Oh, wow. Okay, you immediately show him some lick, and as this slap goes, you watch as you just kind of duck out of the way.
Yeah, it's more instinctive than fuck you, but at the same time, maybe at the end that's the attitude, but in the
he's
moment,
going to go again, and this time he's going to have a fully curled fist, and
okay, I'll dodge.
Try to go into and absolutely bring it down on you.
So, dodge?
Yes.
I don't think that does it, but let me check. Yeah, that doesn't do it. I get clocked.
Yeah. You watch as his fist brings down and just punches you in the stomach. You do take... Oh, wait, that's the wrong dice.
I die.
You take a solid 3 points of damage and immediately are brought to your knees as he punches you square in the solar plexus.
That's 3, you said?
Yes, 3.
Yeesh.
He does not like a disobedient student. All right, now the rest of you, march out! Does anyone show any form of resistance after that?
Show fear.
Yeah, no, not really.
That's what I thought.
Everyone is smarter than me.
You all begin to march out in a line, and then in a moment he looks down at you all. He spits at your feet, Adrian, but looks you guys all up and down.
I spit back.
You spit back?
Yeah.
Your character dies early. It's this scene. He immediately just takes out again, not an open-handed slap. He's going for a full punch for your cheek.
Okay.
He's using an anime super move. Watch out.
That's a dodge, right?
Yes. Yes, sir, it is a dodge.
It's been the last dodge 3 times.
It's the same number. It hasn't changed.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta go back to the thing. I've been. You know how hard this is. That's a normal.
What did you say
Normal?
earlier? I'm dumb, but I'm not stupid.
I may be an idiot, but I'm not stupid.
Oof. Okay. So, you still not enough in that instance.
Yeah.
It's another 2 points of damage.
Yeah.
But that's for context for those
Okay.
that have not played Call of Cthulhu. You like max have 10 hit points and you only get like 1 back per day. So
I'm playing it dumb.
if Kenny's not here in 2 weeks,
That's why.
this is the scene.
That's another 2 you said?
Yes, it's another 2.
Okay. Okay. So at that point, that's like my cheek, right?
No, that's your cheek.
That's
That
my
is your
cheek.
That is your
so-
face. You have he comes down and it's like full body force, and
Yeah,
you
so I'm-
immediately buckle down.
Yeah. So roll 20 loves doing that. I'm on the floor. I stay there.
Yeah, that's par for the course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did it sign me out? Okay. Continue while I
While you while you
While I play-
run the game.
play Legend of Zelda.
In this moment, as the rest of you are looking over, he shakes his hand out, and it's covered in blood. He absolutely broke skin on that last one. He looks you all up and down. Said you would be promising. Is anyone else here gonna make themselves a problem, though? Good. Baker boy, he says and looks over at you, Clyde.
Sir.
You'll be in charge of these lot. They're going to the B class. Congratulations. You're no longer alone. He walks off and then begins to walk towards the man in the doctor's clothes. And begins to whisper something in his ear. After that, you watch as the doctor comes over and uncuffs all of your manticles. Now, you are all gonna stay with Clyde Baker over here. He's gonna be your senior classmate. You guys have one day before classes start. Tomorrow, the new curriculum begins. In that time, Clyde, I want to make sure we have everyone up to speed on where everything is so there's no confusion tomorrow, and more importantly, no stubbornness from that one. I'll consider you personally in charge of him, given your history. Understood?
Yes, sir.
That's what I thought. Students, you are dismissed. He walks off towards the doctor's man who was in charge of that little prisoner's coach. And you guys watch as the prisoner's coach starts back up and then drives off through a little gated area that seems to be fenced off and also covered in barbed wire. You all now have the floor.
That was my last baby tooth, I think.
Adrian, what the hell were you thinking?
Um,
I'm trying to help him
Yeah.
up at this point.
yeah. I was like, get the fuck off me. Who? Clyde? Or
How'd
Clyde?
How'd you end up here?
I thought you were dead.
I thought I was going to die.
Where the fuck are we?
Somewhere south. I don't know for sure exactly where.
I would like everyone here to make. Actually, no. There's only one person here that might know it. Yeah, Jose. I would like you to make an education check.
61.
61 against your education. That is you have an education of 70. That is a success.
Okay. Is there like I can describe it to them?
Yeah. So you've heard some whispers about some place called the Orion Academy. It's considered an urban legend, but it's supposedly a place where bad kids are taken and kids that have no one to look after them. Rumor is it's somewhere within the mountains of Virginia. But that's really all you know. It's always been presented as kind of a cautionary tale or a urban legend.
Okay. What's it called again? Orion Academy?
The Orion Academy.
Okay. This looks a bit like something I've only really heard like rumors or myths about. Something about a camp for troubled kids, Orion Academy, I believe.
You have it right.
So, this ain't juvie?
Of a sorts.
I don't want to be in juvie. Sax looks up at all of you.
Who's the munchkin?
That's my sister.
Hi.
And we're not in juvie, because she's definitely not. She didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. Innocent. Wait, what? Did you do anything wrong?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
No. Well, I'm just saying she's 10.
I am 10. Adrian gives the thumbs up.
Yeah. How bad is it?
You look like ground meat.
Uh,
But in a good way.
How is that good?
Alright, I'm gonna be honest, Adrian. Think before you speak here. They do not mess around.
Honestly, you're crazy to stand up for what reason?
Well, most adults I encounter always pussy out at the last minute, but I wasn't expecting that, so... Spits. Because I'm still probably like, bleeding from my...
Yeah, your mouth's a little bloody.
Yeah, I have the wind knocked out of me. So, what? Are we, like... signing up for the war or some shit? Or what? Or are they...
They won't say. They do have us training here.
Training for what?
What are you doing here?
Honestly, I don't even know how long I've been here for. I think it's been a few months at this point since I last saw you.
You've been gone 4 months.
4? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Where are you guys
A lot
from?
of it is...
Okay, one of you two go first.
Yeah. Clyde, my face is...
We're from Kingsport in Massachusetts.
Pretty far north.
What about you guys?
Why don't you guys go first?
If I had my information, I would know.
It is Louisiana.
Not that part. That was like the whole thing. But Louisiana, my family owns a bit of a wine company. We originally came from France.
Georgia.
And where are we
see.
again?
If my memory recalls right, I believe Orion Academy is somewhere in Virginia.
Well, you've been here 4 months. You don't know where we are?
I know we're in Virginia somewhere, but that's it. We're in the middle of nowhere. We're in the middle of the mountains.
Okay.
I haven't even left the compound in 4 months. They send some of the others out on missions, but I'm not at that point yet.
Mission? What mission?
Or something. Field work. I don't know.
Okay, is there anyone else in...
Oh yeah, there's a couple people that are just kind of in the courtyard. There's what appears to be at least 4 actually not at least, only 4 other kids that are currently out here, and you watch as they're currently walking off towards what you, Clyde, know to be the entrance to the cafeteria. As you are moving throughout, though, you do make a spot hidden check. Actually,
All of us or me?
Just Clyde, and specifically because you were asking Adrian.
Cool. Can you help? Because Roll20 is down.
I will absolutely help to keep the flow of the game.
Yeah, it's down for me too.
Well, I don't need my sheet for that. That's a fail.
It's definitely a fail. Got it. All right, I'm just going to have everyone's sheets up and ready for people that are in here.
Yeah, Roll20 is like...
I'm not sure.
being
Sometimes
doo-doo.
Roll20 just doesn't want to play.
I mean, it works most days, but just...
We'll have backup sheets for the next live stream. Just on paper.
Yeah.
Because
We'll be fine.
that is what we got to do.
We'll be fine.
As that's happening, you don't notice, but Clyde, what was your level of success again?
I don't know. It went down for me too, but I rolled a 34.
Ooh, a 34
Should be a
should
success?
should be. Let me check. Oh
It
no!
should be.
Now this game is contingent on me being the one person that has roll 20.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a Wi-Fi issue, I don't think, but...
Time to speed
Well,
run.
if all 4 of us are having
Spot
or
hidden.
5
That is a
or-
success.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
Cool.
Success.
We can continue. We can continue the game from now. So as you're looking off, you, Clyde, notice that Kate is looking back at you guys, like kind of expectantly, as everyone's kind of funneling off at the cafeteria into the cafeteria. And go ahead and make a as you're looking at her, go ahead and make a psychology check.
It's 52.
A 52 on your psych. No, fail.
How far of a fail is it?
Big fail. Big fail.
Okay.
You have a 20.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
that
you
was
ain't
luck on that.
getting. Yeah, you are not spending no luck. As you're looking off, she just kind of like looks at you guys and then heads on into the cafeteria. But it seems that everyone's kind of funneling in there. I will
When's the last time any
say,
of you guys have eaten?
When was the last time we've eaten?
you, because you have been such a problem, probably 2 days. The rest of you guys this morning. But it's been probably a 10-hour drive, and they did not stop for food for you all.
Got it.
2 days, I think.
Sure. Let's go get some food. Let's go to the cafeteria. That's my friend Kate, by the way.
What's up?
You point her out, and as you guys are kind of walking in, it is a this is your first time seeing any of the facilities here. There's only between the 4 other students here and the 5 of you. That's it for the student body, but this cafeteria is large enough to fit probably a good 100, if not more. as you guys all walk in, you can smell the piping hot food that is currently off to the side. And you can see a woman currently at the front of this little line of food that is just shoveling it in for anyone that comes across. She's rather tall. She's got kind of a wrinkly nose. She has little buns on the top of her head, almost in the style of a la Space Buns, but she's not Leia in appearance by any means. But at least Clyde, on your end, you know her to be a kinder woman and one of the few kind faces that you could find around here.
So she is Leia.
She is Leia in that sense. Amelie, she is the line cook and lunch lady, Amelie Rhett. And as she's coming in, she looks over. Oh! That kid got busted up, didn't he? Come here, honey. Yeah, you. No one else has a face that looks like mashed potatoes. Come over here.
Sus just walks over, but guard on still.
All right. Well, let me see if I can get some ice for that. What do you want to eat, sweetie? The new arrivals are always so hungry. We got potatoes. We got beans, and I think we have some meat.
Just a heads up, I was able to log into Roll20, so.
Excellent.
Also, I got back in.
Okay, so Roll20 suddenly back. Excellent.
Yeah. But that's just some potatoes and beans will be fine.
Potatoes and beans, that is the wise choice in these parts. We don't have any veggies today, I'm sorry, but hopefully we should have some for dinner. I'm sure Chef Randolph will be keeping us all put together. She hands you a tray of food and then immediately starts waving you guys all in, expecting some food to get your fill of whatever of the 3 choices that you wanted. If anyone has the meat, you can't figure out what it is, but it's nutrients for sure.
Leans over to Clyde.
I'm gonna tell my sister not to eat them. Quietly.
I wanted it though. What if it's good?
I don't trust this.
She does not take a bite.
Yeah. Adrian leans down to her and goes it could be people.
No. You're lying to me, aren't you?
Why else would your brother tell you not to eat the meat?
Just gonna make a psychology check. What's your fast talk score?
Sorry, I'm just throwing trouble, all right?
I know you are. I'm gonna consider it her active against your passive, because she is gullible.
Yeah, so fast talk you said?
Yes.
I should be high in that.
Don't worry about it, she fumbled.
Okay.
She looks at you and just... Jonah, I don't want to be here anymore. And she's
Adrian,
not touching any of the food.
Her. Stop scaring her.
I'm kidding. I'm just I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding. But seriously, don't eat the meat.
Okay, I won't eat the meat, I swear. All right, you guys get all your pieces. Which does... Adrian, as you're... kind of aching, you do recognize that it's probably a good idea to see if you can get some first aid at some point today.
No. I'm gonna ask the lunch lady, just who can I talk to about this?
We do have a medical staff on standby. A nurse, Jamie, should be able to help you. You can find her in the med bay. It's just north through that door.
Not Nurse Joy?
Not Nurse Joy? Why would I? Who's Nurse Joy?
Nothing. Can I get a vibe check of all the other kids here?
Yeah, go ahead and make a psychology check.
Woo! That's a crit.
Okay. As a reminder, if you are succeeding, please hit the checkbox next to your succeeded score.
Okay.
If Yeah, so
psychology, right?
Yeah, psychology. There's a couple things that stick out to you kind of immediately. The first thing that you notice is that there is this kind of shrimpish kid that's like hanging out with the others, and he's like a little kind of curled over and looking away at this bigger boy who you assume to be around 16 or 17 with dark wavy hair. But this little guy, he's got like kind of like reddish hair, big wireframe glasses.
Oh no! Don't!
And he's getting like food thrown at him. There is this other girl that's sitting next to them that just looks completely disinterested. And then there is one other person, this girl that was pointed out to you to be Kate, with dark black hair that is currently down behind her. And she's looking right at you. And then when she notices that she's looking at that you make eye contact with her, she immediately turns away. And you watch as her cheeks blush.
Okay. Is that kid getting bullied by the other kids? Just
by the one.
Just by the one. Just like first aid this way.
Bullied kid that
that way. Fuck you, Clyde. And then goes to first aid.
You go to get yourself first aid checked out. Yeah. All right, the rest of you find your seats as you do, and Clyde, you, as that is happening, we're gonna go ahead and see and roll both first aid and medicine. First aid for you initially to just get you patched up. That is a success. You gain 1 hit point back, and then the nurse that turns to you, she's kind of this just older, she's this older looking woman. She's got a little bit of a crook in her back. She looks out. Okay, that's, the sergeant do this to you? You're the quiet type, aren't you?
I got hit in the face. I'd rather not talk.
It's good for blood flow to actually go through there. You do know that, right? It helps speed up the healing process.
Is that an actual medical thing?
Yeah. Are you asking Ben or are you asking Nurse Jamie?
Kind of both.
Yes and no. It depends on how hurt you are.
Sorry. Okay.
If there's stitches, you shouldn't be talking. But if you're just trying to heal, you don't need... It doesn't seem like you need stitches, son.
That's good.
Let's just get this in. I do want to take a deeper look. If you want to hang out here for the next hour or so, or just come back later today, I can do a little bit more of a appropriate response to this.
I'd rather sit here for a bit. I ate already, so.
You ate already? All right. That's the case. You sit on tight, and I'm going to see if I can get you fixed up. And you watch as she takes out a massive set of what look like just much more intense medical gear. And you see a couple scalpels. She turns to you. All right, let's get you started.
Whoa, hold up.
I ain't gonna cut you open. You saw the scalpels, didn't you? Let's just put those away. We don't need that for this. Boo.
I think I just need an ice pack, lady.
All right, just take an ice pack and go. If you need to actually get patched up, come back here. The longer you let that wound fester, the harder it's going to be for me to deal with. So
all right,
just keep that in mind.
What are you exactly do to me? Exactly.
I need to actually treat the wound.
Can I make a psychology check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, that's an insight check, right?
Yes.
Normal.
Normal. She's being truthful.
Fine.
There we go. All right.
And we can cut away from me.
Yeah, she's gonna work on you. We're gonna roll a medicine check. Oh, I'm sorry, my man.
That's okay.
Failure. However.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, failure. So in the context of a normal medicine check within Call of Cthulhu, because no one has taken that skill and used it in any of our previous live streams. Medicine checks can heal up to 3 hit points. However, the longer the wound, the longer the time has been between the initial wound and when the medicine check takes place, the harder it is to get done.
Okay.
So usually treating an injury right off the bat is the safest way to go about it. Right. You spend time there, and unfortunately, it takes a little too long. But cutting back to the cafeteria, is there anything in particular that you guys want to do or discuss as you are currently here?
You said that there was like a room for a lot of kids, but there's only like...
Yeah, there's a room for a ton of kids here, but there's only like the 9, now 8 of you.
Okay. But this doesn't look like there's a lot of other kids around here.
Meta, how many people do I know for a fact are also students here?
There are 4 more, and they belong to what is being called here the A class. You're not quite sure what the subdivisions are, but you do know that there are 3 class types here. There's the C, B, and A. The A class has been gone, and there's 4 of them in total. 2 of which are close friends of yours. And they have been gone on field work, mission. You're not quite sure what to call it. You just know that they've been gone for the last week or so. And you do know that they're due to arrive sometime back today. But they're the only ones missing.
Well, I imagine they're planning to grow this operation at some point, but from what I know, there's only 4 others, and they're out doing something, some sort of field trip work mission, and they should be back soon.
So, has it been empty like this since you've been here?
Since I've been here, yeah.
And you've been here how long?
4 months.
Does that not worry you?
Look, I've seen some crazy stuff before I even came here. And then all I know is that this dude from some government agency is ushering me into a car, and then I end up here. I've been worried the entire time. But as of right now, it just feels like a school with a little bit more added to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this a school.
At this moment. At this moment, the doors that Adrian came through swing open. And you watch as 4 new faces walk into the room. They're all, again, children, young as you, but the age ranges do vary. The youngest you think is probably about maybe 13, 14, while the oldest is easily 19. Marching in front, there is a girl about 16, 17, long red hair that goes down her back. And you watch as all of them kind of like walk somewhat in unison and then just sit down at a table. But all of you do notice one thing. All heads turn to them as this happens, and none of them are even speaking to each other. They're all just kind of standing there with what appears to be a 1,000-yard stare on their faces. Clyde, you do recognize 2 of these individuals as close friends of yours. Ricky and Arnie Smith. Brothers. Arnie is the youngest of the troop easily, clocking in around 14, while Ricky you believe might be 16 or 17, but they're not quite sure of his age. He has blonde, dusty hair. As they kind of just sit here, you watch as that one sort of bored-looking girl from the C class that you guys all recognize, she was doing nothing about this other child being bullied, stands up and immediately sort of beelines it towards this redhead.
I get up and walk over to Ricky and Arnie.
All right. As you get up and start moving over, Arnie looks up at you and then back down, somewhat quiet.
Hey, welcome back. Are you guys okay?
What? Arnie looks up at you. Yeah, it was just, it was an interesting experience. We're doing great, right, guys? The rest of them just kind of continue to sort of stare off.
Can I roll psych on that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a psychology check.
That's 26. My roll 20 is back. That's 26 over at 20. A little bit more luck than I want to spend right now.
Yeah, you can't quite catch it. But the rest of you do see this interaction. I would like a general spot hidden check from everyone else in the room. Excuse me, not spot hidden, a psychology check.
I'm not in the room, right?
You are not. No, instead you are playing video games on your...
I'm not!
on the Steam Deck.
Missed.
Okay, fail.
Failure.
All right, yeah, no, okay. That won't be important.
Psychology, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, psychology. He just kind of looks up at you. Yeah, can we... You know what, it would be pretty cool, I think, Clyde, do you want to, I don't know, maybe, hang out, like, in the library tonight, like 8 p.m.?
Yeah.
That would be great. And you see as he's clutching this field notebook with what seems to be a really tight grip. It's this just little leather booklet with a very yellow pages in it. That would be great. And at this point, his older brother, Richie. Clyde, we should get going back. Excuse me. Arnie, we should get going back. Clyde, it's nice to see you again, but I think we're gonna probably head in. That was a really exhausting experience.
It seems like it. Okay. I'll see you tonight.
Sure thing. Let's go find the barracks, everyone. The redhead, and the more dark-haired, buff individual, who you know to be named Georgie Thompson, and the redhead to be Bethany Slater, both stand up almost in unison, and they all begin to walk off, and Clyde looks... Oh my god, excuse me. Arnie looks back to you, and he has just big eyes, a nod, and mouths to you, 8 p.m., and walks off behind them as his brother pulls him.
Was it Kate that ran over to talk to Bethany, or was it the other girl?
It was the other girl, who you actually do know the name of. She is Abigail Cree. And
she's still at the table.
She's still at the table, and as they walk off, she looks back to you. What the hell was that?
What's up with them? Did they say anything to you?
No, I was trying to talk to Bethany and like see what's going on. We've been trying to figure out what the hell this thing was going to be, and she was just tight-lipped about
it. Your guess is as good as mine. I can't get anything out of the brothers.
I'm gonna try meeting with her tomorrow morning or tonight. I'm gonna try to see if I can get her alone. Maybe the boys are just making it difficult for her to talk. I don't know. That's weird. It's weird, right? That was weird.
Yeah, no, that's weird. I mean, frankly, everything about this place is weird, but that scares me. I don't know.
Okay. We'll let them chill
I got
out.
these new.
Go ahead.
I just got these new kids. I don't want to scare them, but I don't know what to tell them either.
I mean, just keep them with you. This place is weird. We all have to look out for each other as much as we can. She says as she eyes back at the younger kid that's just getting absolutely picked on by this other behemoth of a child known as Dimitri. He has very shady blonde hair, but kind of a tan complexion. Absolute beefcake of just like raw muscle, though, like not to be fucked with. And you watch as like he kind of looks back, and you can see that he's trying to make jabs at Kate, seemingly being like, "Ha! Look at what I'm doing to this shorter kid. Isn't this funny?" And she's just not having it at this moment.
You think we should put an end to that?
Dimitri does what he needs to do. I can get him away if you want to take Bart, which you recognize to be the smaller child that is being arraigned.
I'll introduce him to my new class.
That sounds good. All right. Hey, dumbass! She walks over and immediately gets Dimitri's attention, and you can see that they start getting into an argument. How do you collect Bart?
Carefully.
How young is Bart? Like, how much older than him am I?
Bart he's young, but in comparison to you, because I believe you're 15, he's only like
15.
14. Yeah, he's only like a year younger than you, but he's short. He's short and small.
Growth spurt hasn't kicked in yet.
Hey Bart, you want to meet my new class?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. He immediately kind of gets up and follows behind you. Oh, is this them? He says as he peers around from behind you, and Desmond and Jonah, you guys watch as this little kid with curly red hair and wireframe glasses looks out in front of you guys. Hi, my name's Bartholomew. It's a pleasure to meet you. Are you guys nice?
God, if I've ever seen a name fit a person, this is it.
I'm really proud of it. I don't know my last name, my government name. They gave me one at one point when I was when I was adopted, but I kind of lost it.
Sure. How the hell did you end up in here?
I just no one would adopt me, so at one point, what I thought was a nice doctor man came to the orphanage and picked me up, and now I'm here. I'm in the C class. I don't know what that means.
It doesn't sound good, I'll tell you that.
Is that... I didn't think anything was good here. Have you tried the meat? It's bad.
This is the saddest little man I've ever met in my life.
I think I'm rather joyous sometimes.
Well, that doesn't really have to do with your personality. It's more of your circumstance.
Okay.
Dropping in the chat, hashtag meat gang.
That's okay. Sure. Well, pleasure to meet you, Bart.
Nice to meet you too. What's your name?
I'm Desmond.
Hi, Desmond. I'm Bart. I'm Bartholomew.
Gotcha.
Anyway, you guys have you guys seen the dorms yet, or the med bay, or the classrooms, the bathrooms, the halls?
Bart, I was gonna take him on a tour next.
Oh, okay. If you can, you should show them the lecture room. It's so big, and there's so few of us. I don't know what they're doing with all this space.
I have to imagine they're gonna expand it. Yeah.
Oh, you mean there's gonna be more of us? That's joyous.
Yeah, it's something.
All right, nice meeting
Well,
you guys.
I guess let's get bye.
Yeah.
I guess let's get going on this tour.
Yeah, I'm no longer getting beat up by Dimitri, so I guess I can go to bed now.
You do
Night,
that.
Bart.
Bye, Desmond. Bye, Clyde. Bye. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Jonah.
Bye, Jonah.
Bye.
It's Saxa. Bye, Saxa. And he just immediately starts walking off now. Completely, like, you just witnessed this kid getting absolutely picked on, and he's unfazed. So, what are we doing?
I thought I might show you around. At least if we're all gonna be classmates, we're gonna be spending a lot of time together.
Question: how long am I spending in that?
So you spend about an hour, which I'm going to say has been passing. So as they walk out the front door, you step out, and the first place they would have taken you is actually this hall.
Okay. So I don't recover any hit points because there's a failure.
You only recover the 1 hit point that you recovered earlier.
I will take it.
Yep, you only recover the 1 hit point from the first aid check. You do not recover the hit point from the medicine check, which was the important one.
Hey, listen, I had to be the one to establish the threat, okay?
Yes, a threat has been established, my friends.
Yes.
We know that if you get beaten up by a much older man, it usually does not go well for a child.
You're welcome, everybody.
And you are immediately walked through the infirmary. And from here, you guys are... You walk through the infirmary and are immediately met with Adrian. And I didn't get a chance to describe this infirmary, but it's also much bigger than it needs to be. There's probably a good dozen to half dozen actual... I'm forgetting the actual doctoral term, but stations where you heal people. Beds.
Med beds?
Med beds. Thank you. I did not remember that phrase. There's only about a dozen to half dozen med beds as you are coming in here, but there's only the one nurse. She waves you guys off, and the next place that you guys end up finding is you take a door off to your left and you find yourselves in what's kind of a grand courtyard. Through here, it has what's a lovely little fountain at the center of it with what appears to be a statue of some sort of maybe Greek figure. You're not quite sure whom. And then, Clyde, you begin to take them through the actual, through the courtyard and over to the other side of it, where there's another door that leads towards the classrooms. Again, there's a lot of classrooms here and only a dozen. There's only one that's currently operational. You do know that you have a teacher here who usually keeps things put together. Her name is Samantha excuse me. Her name is Samantha Errol Phillips. She is the local teacher here for the main pieces. And then down further, there are lecture halls as well, instead of just straight classrooms. Eventually, you do find yourself going up towards the actual bedrooms and where you started your day, the student quarters. Again, much larger than what it needs to be for all of you. But you do know, Clyde, that there's probably a good 3 rooms that are in use, and currently they're just being divided by the A, B, and C class. And you guys tend to be together. Something that is immediately noticeable for everyone here, though. Normally, these rooms would be divided by gender. That care has not seemed to be put in place here, for whatever reason. You're not quite sure as to what's going on, but it does strike you guys as strange. However, Clyde, you do know that the atmosphere overall here is respectful and usually, well, not usually, for just completely not a problem as far as fears in that regard are concerned. But it does strike everyone here that it's a little strange and uncommon. You know that the library is just passed through what you know that the library is just to the north of here, and that it requires passing through what is called the security hallway. At certain times, the library is locked up, as you know, Clyde, and as you explained to everyone else here. But eventually, it takes a good portion of the day. You guys all are shown your room with Clyde, and eventually about 7:30 starts to roll around. You guys settle into your bedroom, and for now, what would you guys like to do?
Sorry, keep the camera there. So are we all sleeping in the same room?
Yes, you are.
Just the 4 of us, or 5 of us,
just the 5 of you, yeah.
Okay. And they're like, just like
there are, yeah, that's a great point. There are bunks set up along the side. These rooms could probably fit 6 in total, okay. But they are pretty squared off to each other. You guys have this place to yourself. If you want a top bunk, there's more than enough to claim. If you want a bottom bunk, also more than enough to claim.
Cool.
All right. So the whole time you've been here, has anybody tried to leave or escape?
Meta, has that happened?
Make a no roll.
I assume they're dead or something.
That's 29 on.
Yeah, that's
education, right? So that's 40. Yeah, whatever it is, it's 40, or it's success. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a success immediately. So you do know that no one has successfully made an attempt. You also know that past the wall that is currently around past the wall that's actually around the building itself, there is a secondary wall as well. And further on those sides, there are some tracks that are usually locked off. The track and field location is there, as well as the rifle training location is there as well, in addition to the gardens.
Is there a window where...
Yeah, there's a window. You guys...
Can I take a look outside?
Yeah, you take a peek outside. You can see that you now get a bird's eye view of kind of the area that you guys entered in on.
What floor are we on?
You guys are on the second.
Second, okay.
Yeah. And it's about... You can see that fence full of barbed wire that truck drove through. And you see on the other side, there's probably another 1 or 2 trucks that are parked over there as well. Mm-hmm. You also see... make a spot hidden check for me.
Yep. Sorry.
Hard.
Hang on. Check. Sorry, I gotta close my game of Tears of the Kingdom.
Too much Tears of the Kingdom, my man.
I think that's a fail, but
It's a fail.
I think spot hidden. Oh no, that's a normal.
Normal success. Okay. So in that moment, as you're looking at, you do see, kind of surprising to you, you see what appear to be two figures that are kind of walking through, one of which they both shake hands for a moment and then walk off. You recognize one of them to look vaguely like the man that brought you all here. The hat and the white lab coat, and the other to look similar, except their shape seems to be more feminine.
Okay, and is that feminine figure walking out of the camp, or?
She's getting out of a car at this moment. They have a brief shake of hands interaction that you cannot, for the life of you, even hope to hear. It's just too far away. It's probably a good 30 to 40 yards.
Okay.
But they just are having a brief conversation, and there's kind of a weird moment where they bring their heads together, and it looks like you would think that it would be a kiss, but it's not. It's their foreheads are just brought together.
Aw, how sweet.
Very businesslike, she just gets off of him and then slams the door behind to the car, and they begin to walk in kind of a more uniform march, except there's a little bit of a saunter to it.
Okay, I'm gonna keep my eye on them.
Okay.
Just
you lose track of them as they go around the side of the building.
Okay.
But that's the most you're able to get out of that interaction.
Okay, and what's the car that you got out of?
It appears to be a black. It's a black coach. It's not a prisoner's coach, though.
Okay. Okay. Just gonna keep my eyes out. Would you say that my bed is window seat, or?
It could be window seat if you want it to be. There's plenty of beds.
Sure.
I would say, honestly, there's 5 of you. All 6 of you could probably have a window seat bed, potentially.
Sweet. Yeah. I'll also just look up and down. I don't know if there's piping on the walls of where we're at, or is it just
there is
block
piping
concrete?
on the wall. Are you talking about the outside wall?
Yeah, the outside wall.
The outside wall is practically just straight fucking concrete.
Okay. No climbable surfaces.
This place is built like a prison.
Yeah. And I'm assuming the windows are barred.
Windows are indeed barred.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thinking about it.
All right. Clyde, you do note that it is getting close to 8 o'clock.
Okay. You guys, can you do me a favor and just stay, just for your own sakes, just stay put here for tonight?
I turn to Clyde. I'm not going anywhere, man.
I thought so.
I mean, I don't really have anything else planned, so I guess we'll be staying.
Actually, speaking of,
Yes.
is my stuff with me?
Your stuff is with you.
My gadget.
Your gadget. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say because of your pulp talent, you do manage to sneak it in successfully. Because otherwise, I would be insulting something that you built into your character. So that feels wrong to me.
Thank you, but I wouldn't be mad.
Understood.
I wouldn't be mad, but I'm not saying take it back. So
Understood.
Don't get me wrong. I'm still
when
happy.
I want to take it away from you, I can.
Yeah, but don't worry. I'm not using it yet. There's nothing to use it on yet.
Okay.
So.
As you guys are kind of having this moment, is everyone staying put? And Clyde, are you going solo?
Yeah, I'm gonna slip out without making too much more of a scene.
Go ahead and make a spot hidden check.
Is
Is it possible for me to just look through my book while?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Absolutely. Go ahead and, to the best of your ability, describe the book for us as you take it out.
Okay. So first, I just, of course, try to just slowly do it because I'm still trying to figure out it myself.
Yeah.
And it just gives an ominous vibe towards it. I wouldn't really say it's a purplish book, but it's a very dark color that sometimes it feels like the color of it is shifting.
Yeah.
And just etched with weird markings.
The cover of it is etched with many little spheres that are interconnected and almost chaining together, but also seem to have some three-dimensionality to it.
Right.
You open it up. Is there anything that you're trying to specifically discern from it?
I guess to see if I can find anything that might resemble Orion Academy or what's
Orion
the
Academy?
closest Orion Academy or anything close to it.
Ooh, interesting. It's going to be tough because of the nature of the text. However, go ahead and roll a D100 for me. Let me get the nature of that hand out.
Man, all these rolls in the 60s. 67.
Sorry, not enough. You're going through this book to try and see if there's anything, but this book itself seems to contain just many stories, and for the most part, that seems to be just what they are. They have a common thread of a protagonist, someone that is known as Yogg-Sothoth, some sort of great being that comes in and out of different worlds and has many different fun and miraculous adventures. But you're not able to discern anything that has any connection to this. Clyde, you begin to make your walk towards the library.
I got a 16 on that spot hidden, by the way, which is enough for a hard success.
You got a 16 on the spot hidden? Okay. I thought I was calling for a stealth check on that to see if you could get
Do you want me to? I can roll stealth if you want.
No, just compare that number to your stealth.
16.
I believe your stealth is either a 20 or higher, so it would be a success.
30. I'll use a luck to make it a hard success.
Sometimes that is a wise decision. As you're moving your way towards, you begin to find yourself close to the library. You smell something on the air. It's faint, but it's metallic. It's something just iron and acrid. You look at the door in front of you, still closed, but it's ready for you to open it.
Is there any light coming from the door? Is there like a window or anything I can peek through?
You can't peek through. There is a little light coming through. If you wanted to, you could potentially peek through the keyhole.
Is the door fully shut? Is it ajar?
It's fully shut.
So I'd be blowing my stealth if I open it then.
No, you will not be blowing your stealth. You would be
Okay,
able
in that
to
case-
open it quietly.
In that case, I want to open it quietly, as quietly as I can. Open it and then slip inside, and then leave it like slightly ajar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You move your way through. The library itself is full of tall, stacks. Currently, it's just being lit by ambient, what appears to be very flickering electric light. It's a warm hue. Make a listen check for me.
Nope, failed.
Fail. You don't know what it is. There's something that you can just faintly hear, but you just don't know what it is. It's almost a pulsing sound. It's wet. You work your way forward, and up ahead you see a small form fallen on the ground. You can't quite make out what it is until you get closer, and as you do, you see the face of Arnie staring back at you. Blood pours down from his neck. His arms, you see, are covered in lacerations, and he's holding a folded piece of notebook paper that is covered in blood. He sees you and holds it out. I do need you to make a sanity check.
Yep. Hey, hard success.
Hard success. You lose 1 point.
Yep.
Hey, Clyde.
Can I make a spot hidden just to see if there's anything else around?
Yeah, make a spot hidden check.
Failed.
Fail. You don't see anything else around. He's currently holding out the piece of notebook paper. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll scurry closer to him, and it's one of my best friends. I'm going to scurry closer to him and go. But I'm going to keep my voice hushed. Oh God! What happened? What's going on? What is this? What are you? Can you stand? Can you walk? Can I get you to a doctor?
Don't. As he is reaching out for you, you watch as his hands push along as he's trying to get himself up. The threads. Look for the threads. He holds this piece of notebook paper and tries to reach it out to you and pushes it into your hand. And as he does so, he pulls away, and something happens that you are not expecting. The bookshelf behind him, again, a massive stack, begins to fall away as if it had been sliced clean through as he pulls, and begins to fall on top of you and him. I need you to make a dodge check.
Yeah. Where's my dodge? God. Hey, normal success. Let's go.
Normal success. Okay. As that happens, you manage to move out of the way, but Arnie does not. The shelf falls on top of him, and there is the sound of a crunch, followed by the loud, incredibly loud clatter. The rest of you, all in your dorms, you hear this coming from where your friend just went. What are you doing?
I get up. I go right back. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I of course go right. Like,
Okay.
I'm not being subtle about it. I'm getting up, and I'm the first one running towards the
All right. I have one person booking it there. Anyone else?
I jump out. I hop out the bed, and I see Adrian running out, and I look to Jonah and say like, where's he going? Should we follow? We were told to stay here.
Hell no. You're gonna stay here. You're gonna make sure Saxa stays here. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna poke my head out into the hallway and see if I can see. I don't think we should leave.
All right.
Adrian's
You're
gone.
booking it over.
Adrian's
Okay.
gone.
Make a spot hidden check for me. Jonah. And Adrian, as you're booking it in and just not caring about subtlety, you barge your way through, and ahead of you through these stacks, you see a fallen over shelf, and the library is very close to you guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so, and that shelf is like on,
It's on someone.
and like I pop in. I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't know. It just
Is so
I
it's
don't
like
know.
so is like the kid's hand out or something, like hanging out.
Can I run a
Like
first
the
aid
witch
check?
at the beginning of Dorothy.
Yeah, you'll need to, if you want to first aid him, you'll need to get the bookshelf off
Yeah,
first.
so I'm immediately
Yeah,
like,
make strength
at the
checks.
shelf.
Can you help me move this, please? Help me move this
Yeah,
right now.
I'm doing it.
All right, both of you guys make a strength check for me.
Strength.
STR.
How strong I am. How strong.
Normal
Dex.
success.
Normal?
Extreme.
Extreme. Okay.
Nine.
You're doing most of the work on this. You guys managed to pull it over, and you both look down, and you see where once there was this young boy, now there is a puddle.
I'm sorry?
That's me being kind with the description. He has been crushed. I do need both of you to make a sanity check.
Okay, so is he just like is he just liquid now, is that what you're saying? Or is he just like worse than my face?
Normal success.
In the latter half.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Sanity?
Yes.
Where did I find sanity?
You ever squeeze orange juice?
So bad.
Boy.
Yeah.
I should have opened
when
the
you-
session with content warning, children in danger, but we are playing children in a horror game, so I thought that was necessary.
Oops. Sorry, folks.
I didn't post the one.
I mean, when you punched him, when a grown man punched a child, I kind of...
Kind of got the vibe of what we're going for here.
Hang on, where did I find I'm so sorry.
Isn't it by the top?
Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. No, that's not it.
Okay, well, that's cocked. Adrian,
See.
as you look down, you see a kid that you had only briefly seen, but you can see just the outline of where his face would be, and there's just a little bit of an eye that looks back at you. As it does, you swear you could see it twitching and moving. He is still feeling pain, and that just is too much to deal with. I need you to make an intelligence check
Oh god.
as you lose 5 points of sanity.
Jesus. That's normal.
So, in Call of Cthulhu, there is an instance in which succeeding is bad. And that is when you comprehend what has just happened.
Yeah, I know. I'm too smart for this.
And you begin a bout of madness.
Wow, already. Lovely.
Already. The rest of you all watch and hear as Adrian just begins to scream uncontrollably at what you see in front of you. You unfortunately do not gain any points in Cthulhu Mythos as this bout of madness was triggered by
Sorry,
a corpse.
quickly. Sorry, how much sanity did I lose?
5.
5, wonderful.
You are now considered temporarily insane, and the rest of you all from down the hall hear as Adrian just starts screaming in hysterics.
And that's why we didn't leave the room.
Oh my god. Yeah, you guys, no spot hidden check required or anything for you guys. You guys catch what's going on down there. As you begin to scream and falter, and Clyde, you look down at the friend that you once knew. You begin to open that piece of paper and look down at what it says. It seems to have been hastily written in a large hand. Do not let them take you down below. Do not read what... And it stops. And as you sit here, your friend screaming, that is where we will end tonight's session.
Hooray, child murder.
Yay! Child endangerment.
This is going to be a very dark series, in case anyone hasn't figured that out yet.
I think our viewers would know that by now.
I think
we did run.
We have been running Call of
Halloween
Cthulhu
for a good
Michael
few
Myers.
Michael Myers. That should have
Runs
also
now.
had child endangerment.
Just to clarify, are there like really happy, upbeat Call of Cthulhu games?
Like where
When you guys are all cats, or
Honestly,
It was still kind of dark.
it was still pretty dark. It's
that was like secretive Nim kind of vibe,
the answer
honestly.
is yes and no.
Yeah.
In Pulp Cthulhu, we have more leeway for it because you guys can feel a little bit more like heroes, but it's otherwise a very dark game. It's not Dungeons and Dragons 5e. With that, thank you guys so much for being on stream with us. The edited version of the podcast will be coming out within the next week or two, and we'll be creating a consistent schedule for that to follow by. If you need anything in the meanwhile, we're going to have something on our Patreon to fill in that little Call of Cthulhu itch for you all. Till then, take care, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thanks for 1,000.
Thanks for 1,000!
Woo!
We'll see
1K!
you next week. We'll see you next week. We actually have it in the schedule. We'll see you next week.
Wonderful.
Bye.
Bye. Drink water.
Hey, hope you liked that episode of Die Time. Want to ask questions or get in on the conversation? Well, we have a Discord you can join in the description. In the meantime, do you want more Die Time content or immediate access to the VOD after the live stream? Or maybe you just want to help out some small creators? Then check out our Patreon. That link is also, you guessed it, in the description. And in case I haven't said it before, thanks.